Hello, hello, good people. This is Dyliard speaking from the Open Wardrobe Gang, and welcome to another episode of our blind playthrough of Mass Effect 3. In the very last episode, we finished up the Mars assignment that was given to us by Hackett. We finished it up with a bang, and that is Kaiden being banged against the fucking wall by Dr. Eva, and being put out of commission. Which is not a funny thing, it is a sad thing. Yes, but what I was getting at is the weapon against like the Reapers. It is true, but the Elusive Man and Cerberus, they beat us to it and got most of those blueprints right, and they on the other hand want to not only beat, but they also want to control the Reapers. We have a little bit of those blueprints. We showcase them to like the council, and our very next step would be extracting one Turian politician, which could basically help us in this fight of just assembling the galaxy together in the fight against the Reapers. But we are still on like the Citadel, and I believe this is like not the very last time we see of it, and our business over here is not yet concluded. So I think we'll be starting the episode slow with checking out what we left on the Citadel. One thing that I didn't mention in the very last episode was, Cerberus apparently now huskifying its operatives, its agents. It was a very cool reveal when Kaiden was trying to, rip the helmet off of one of them, and we see like the messed up face resembling that one of like a husk. I don't know where that is freaking coming from and how they are even able to achieve that, but we will have to see. And also, Dr. Eva, she is like this type of a synthetic slash human, maybe type of a cyborg, super strength, super speed type of an individual. Really, yeah, I really glossed over that, even though it's kind of a bunch of big reveals. Yeah, but I guess her body, or she still is on board of Normandy. We could maybe interrogate her when we eventually get back. So let's try to speed this exploration a little bit. I bet Udina has something else to say.
Council, you saved their lives, and for what? Apologies that boil down to maybe later.
Yep.
If we don't figure out something, maybe later will be an epitaph on a mass grave of 11 billion.
I know what I'm gonna do. What are you gonna do?
Humanity has created some goodwill in the galaxy. Now we cash in our chips.
Let's go.
I will get what funding I can, what materials I can, and spread the message. Help the humans, help yourselves.
Finally, Udina is...
I'll institute a draft in our colonies and order all civilian ships armed.
making some sense.
The Prothean device will be around the clock.
I am in awe how much faith we are putting into those blueprints and how everyone is like, okay, this is the fucking plan. Usually it's also good to have like a plan B or like C possibly also. Maybe I guess we are just like up against the wall.
Any news from Earth?
That is constant news. All of it bad. The Reapers are destroying satellites and the old nuclear missile silos, along with everything else that could help. We have a handful of quantum entanglers spread out over the continents. All other communication is cut.
Not good, then.
What's your read on the counselors? Any angles I could pursue?
Tavos is a diplomat and compromiser, but she's wrapped up in defending Asari space like a mother panther. Valorn is out of his depth. The Solarians like their wars won before they start. They're frightened now. Use that. In Spiratus, I'd take what he offers. It's strange days when the Turians are the least hostile.
Yes!
And there's a need there.
He was like the very last council member that I was expecting to help us. Spiratus was always a fuck.
You're a Citadel counselor. Don't you have options when the others block you like this?
With Parliament destroyed and Shastri gone, I have more power than any human in history. But today, you saw how little that is. Rest assured, I will not be counted out long. I know I can move mountains. Do not lose sight of that, because the task before us is moving planets.
Small question. I completely did not notice when Captain Anderson once again became Captain Anderson and not Counselor Anderson. When did Udina get a promotion and Anderson demotion? When the hell did that happen? When the hell did that happen and they totally glossed over that as well? Why do I have to deal with Udina once again? Is it because I was like, I could have chosen like Anderson as like Anderson could either be like a counselor or like a captain in Mass Effect 2, and they were like kind of trying to streamline it for Mass Effect 3 because of a decision I could have made in after Mass Effect 1. I do wonder whether that's the reason why. Anderson, okay, he's more of a, you know, a fighter type, so let's include him in like the Earth stuff, while Udina is more of a politician. Once again, we are bumping him up to the status of the most important politician, right?
Anderson would be proud, so long as you deliver. You think you can do that?
You need a carrot or a stick to drive a mule, and humanity has neither right now. Our armada is tied down fighting or fleeing, and with Earth's comm buoys gone, our economy is reduced to an IOU. But leave that part to me. I will lean on our colonies for all they're worth, and I can broker enough trade to repair and resupply Hackett's fleet.
Okay, if you say so.
Did you know a lot of people on Earth?
Many. It's monstrous to think of them being snuffed out, of course, but the part that gets me is Arcturus. I must have known most of the Alliance Parliament on a first-name basis. I required a second VI just to track all their birthdays and anniversaries. Rose Garden stuff, but to have it all gone.
I see. The council that we see blow up right before our eyes. Well, I mean, it is a tragedy. Though the game did not give me that much time to bond with them. Let me just say that. Okay.
I should go.
I'll be here.
Okay, alright. With our Spectre status reinstated and me rolling my fucking eyes at that, maybe now we can access, like, the Spectre's office? It only makes sense. Yeah, look, this doorway is now available to us. Okay, alright. I guess we couldn't have walked through these doors because our Spectre status was not yet reinstated. Okay, it also looks like a pretty cool layer. Fucking Batman would be proud of this shit. What is this? A terminal and requisitions. Okay, Spectre Terminal, Quarian Fleet, welcome. Welcome to the Spectre Information Processing Center. This terminal offers secure information access and support for authorization of covert operations or requisitions. It is restricted to operatives currently on active duty with special tactics and reconnaissance. Any operation requiring payment can be executed at the terminal nearby, which supports secure and untraceable financial transactions. Okay. Quarian Fleet Intel. Quarian Pilgrim Gen Volan near Nima on the Citadel received a large credit transfer from the fleet. Gen Volan purchased tech including high-end weapons, mounts and kinetic barrier emitters from several ship service centers. On Ilium, another Quarian Pilgrim, unidentified, was observed searching for a ship traveling close to the Perseus Veil. The Pilgrim was later heard saying that his pilgrimage was recalled. Data suggests the Quarian fleet is withdrawing its pilgrims and upgrading ships for combat somewhere near the Perseus Veil. Are the Quarians also getting into a war situation with the Geth while we have this Reaper threat on our hands? Oh, probably. This could be a reaction to the Reaper invasion, but no formal offer or request for assistance has come. Intel suggests that Quarians may instead be preparing for conflict with the Geth. Oh my goodness gracious. I guess they are just like messages that are updating us on like the current situation in the galaxy. What is this? Spectre requisitions. So Spectre gear from the very first game is making a comeback. Okay, that's pretty freaking cool. I can be spending... That's so freaking cool. I can be spending, you know, my credits over here, and now I can, you know, pick and choose which guns I bring, but, you know, I can't overdo it with, like, the weight system. I have not played with it that much, but I just like the idea of it. I think it, in my mind, so far, it works. It works perfectly. Okay, what do we have here? We have a Cerberus Harrier? I guess it's not just, Spectre gear. What assault rifle do we have over here? This is the thing I'm most interested in. I don't see any, actually. Also, they are Widow 1, Wraith 1, Paladin 1. In the very first game, we would, you know, find duplicates of, like, the same items, but with possibly, like, higher levels later down the line. Can I, for example, buy, like, the Paladin, and then later on it will be just upgraded into level 2? Maybe. Okay, what about this N7 Defender? Ammo capacity, weapon damage, shields, and health. Okay. Nothing to write home about is, like, the only variation that we have. Also, so far we have not seen, like, the armor locker, or, like, the weapon... locker yet, so I don't know how, you know, armor looks in this game. The armor situation. In the very last one, obviously, armor pieces were separated into, you know, boots, gauntlets, the chest piece, and so on and so forth. In this one, might be all bundled together. Okay, enough of the sightseeing while I don't have any money on me whatsoever. Okay, what else is in here? Entering shooting range. Sure, right, we can check it out. Testing out different weapons, possibly? Okay, alright. Okay, a weapons bench, let's freaking go. What I have on me right now, assault rifles empty, okay. Did we unequip? The game automatically unequipped all of that. The Mantis. Oh, okay, and here we can mess with it truly. Okay, I want to mess with, like, the Mantis, right? What do we have over here? Oh yeah, the things that we've picked along the way. I love how they change visually. I like this really much. A sniper rifle extended barrel 1, it increases damage, lengthens barrel, creating greater bullet velocity and impact. This is a no-brainer. Just 15% more damage. Over that we are seeing the green also. And the sniper rifle concentration mod increases damage by 5%, speeds perception by 25, enhancing aim for a brief time. Biometric sensors and auto-targeting software adjust the user's pulse and breathe rate, assisting aim. That's pretty freaking cool. Let's confirm that. Okay, and the weapon mods are now showing up. You can only equip them through the bench, I guess. How about the Avenger? Do we have anything for it? Please, can I, like, kind of select the Avenger? How did I do it with, like, the Mantis? I don't know how I did it with the Mantis. Oh, the modify button is... Okay, so nothing for, like, the Avenger, probably. What else is over here? We do have, like, a shuriken over here that we can modify. What do we have for it? An SMG Ultra Light Materials 1. Oh, reduces weapon weight by 50%. That's pretty sweet. The possibility of, you know, holding 3 at the same time. That's pretty cool. That's pretty sweet. Maybe I'll just put it on. For the katana, what do we have? Increases damage and bullet pierce. Okay, that's pretty sweet also. Let's just put them on. I don't think I'm using those weapons, but maybe, you know, I'm also putting like the mods for my squad, which is why we should be giving a fuck about this, even though we don't want to be using those weapons necessarily. At least at this time. Okay. Confirm. Do I want to do this? Distance? I think I'm good. I'm pretty freaking good with my guns. I don't need to be practicing. That's pretty freaking sweet. I can only assume we get, you know, same bench to work with when we are on board of Normandy. That is very much sweet. Any changes here? Nope. Okay, alright. I'm a little bit too close. There you go. Yeah. Doesn't seem to be the case. Alright. Let's move out and let's keep exploring. The Citadel has always just so many secrets awaiting for us. What is... Okay, Earth's Counselor Office, Udina, that's over here. 3 Spectre Office. Embassy offices for the official suit. I swear we are not able to access it in the very last episode, but maybe it opened up just a tiny bit. If no, we are completely done with the Citadel embassies. Oh, is this James? Let's freaking go! How are you holding up?
Commander. Liara told me the Council's not interested in helping us.
Something like that.
Why would they? Look at this place. There's no war here. People are whispering about it. They're talking about it, but they don't really believe it.
I take it this is your first time here? With the elite of the galaxy?
I've been to the Citadel, but never up here on the Presidium. It's not right. It looks pretty, calm and peaceful. But it's not right. It's all just an illusion.
It was peaceful. Once.
But was it? Really? I mean, when push comes to shove, they're just gonna turtle up. Hope it don't hit them too, right? They'd rather believe in this than face the truth.
I am very impressed by James in this game so far. He is pretty freaking cool. I was initially looking at him and, oh, it's like this beefcake, beefed up individual tank kind of a guy. Maybe not like the most smartest, maybe not the sharpest tool in the shed due to like the amount of muscle that he packs. But yeah, not only did he absolutely clutch it up in the very last episode with ramming Dr. Eva, he also is now these kind of in-depth and interesting observations about the place. I'm loving it. I'm loving this guy.
I can hardly believe it myself. Like everything back on Earth was some kind of nightmare.
Yeah. That's what I hate most. It's like this place wants you to forget that.
So, you still want to go back to Earth?
Hell yeah, but...
Bud?
You were right. So was Anderson. We can't stop them alone. Besides, it looks like you're gonna have your hands full convincing these pendejo politicians to help us. And I'm up for it. Whatever it takes.
Glad to hear it.
I'm gonna head down to some of the lower levels where they keep it real. If you got some spare time, you should come and find me.
Fuck yeah. I am interested in other levels of like the Citadel. Let's freaking go. Once again, we are getting reputation. Not necessarily Paragon, not necessarily Renegade, just reputation. Okay, very interested. Yeah, very interesting. How about this place? Has it opened up? No, can't go there. Well, too bad. I'm liking James, and as I was saying, he came, you know, he appeared out of thin blue, you know? All of, like, the other characters, Anderson, Kaiden, Liara, Udina, you know, we see just familiar faces and important, you know, pieces in this Mass Effect narrative. On the other hand, James just, like, here I am, I'm a cool character, and I'm, like, all for it. Where can we go? Oh, god damn it, I just wanted to... I just wanted to hover over that. We don't want to be I don't think we want to be revisiting Kaiden. Or do we want to be revisiting Kaiden? Maybe he has some new things to say. He's just, like, around the corner also. It won't hurt to see... No, yeah, no. It's all in the red. Never mind. Okay, if that's the case, I think we ought to be returning to, like, the Normandy, right?
Welcome, Commander Shepard.
Taking also into consideration that there are no other available destinations in this elevator console, I can only hope that later on the Citadel opens up a little bit more, you know? I love just running through the Citadel. It's such an interesting place. It would be a shame if we with every game would see a little bit more of it. Or a little bit less of it. But at the same time, I'm saying that, but, you know, our loyalty missions, for example, brought us to many interesting places on Ilium and Citadel that you don't normally see when you just run through these corridors when you're sightseeing. Alright, okay. Is anyone important in the vicinity? No. Therefore we can go. Yes, return to the Normandy. Right to the... Oh, what the fuck? Okay, just wanted to say hello. What the fuck? Okay. The little boy is back. This is a dream sequence if I have seen one in my life. Running through stop motion Earth in literal ashes. I'm calling it. I have interacted with a piece of media in my life, once or twice. Oh, yes. The beam. The fucking beam. Shepard cannot catch a goddamn break in this game. I'm obviously applauding, like, the developers for, and, like, the writers for, you know, cooking it up, and it absolutely making sense, but jeez Louise, my guy. We need a breather. Possibly on this bench. No, it's impossible? Oh, god damn it, moving in slow motion. Okay, we are following the boy then. Oh, he's over there. I could have sworn I saw him. Yep. Well, I don't think I will be able to, like, help him in any way, shape, or form. Initially, I was like... I don't know what I was thinking during, like, the intro. We see him in the intro at the very beginning, and then he appears in, like, that vent, and he's, like, being really ominous and, like, nebulous, and then he disappears. And I was like, what's going on? Is there, like, some... I don't know. I started thinking that there's some time travel involved in with this plot. It didn't make sense whatsoever, but in my mind a possibility like that opened up. But yeah, it very quickly came out that it's none of that. Only ashes remain. Yeah, this is messed up. This is messed up.
Liara, can I help you?
I've been forwarding the Turian Counselor information on the Prothean device. It can't be built without Council support, but he's not budging until their Primarch is safe.
I know.
Are you alright?
This is very much interesting how close we are with Liara in this game. This is just another thing I've kind of glossed over. Right there next to the Elusive Man in the very last episode was like a mysterious, I don't want to say hooded, but veiled in darkness figure that we were just not able to make out. And I was like, oh, maybe they cloned Shepard again, and this time they put a chip in his head. And they will use this dark Shepard in order to stop the good Shepard, right? Completely forgot about that. It's kind of crazy. Maybe it obviously is none of that. Maybe it's another, Miranda equivalent. But there is just, one more bad guy than the Elusive Man at play, regarding the humanities side. Interestingly enough. Yes. Another thing about like the dream sequence, it's like this is like certainly like the lowest point Shepard has been in the entire trilogy. Usually Shepard is, I'm not gonna say this happy-go-lucky character, but a not faltering character whatsoever. He is usually the one that uplifts others and help them deal with their shit. And this time it's like, the morale on Shepard may be quite in the dumps.
I didn't get what you'd call a good night's rest.
There's more to it than that, isn't there? What's really bothering you?
Thinking about Liara's involvement, I think this is like must be canonical. She is like an important piece regarding like the Protheans, so it's natural that the writers place there at the beginning of the game. But it's just like adds up to like the experience that we had this romance going with Liara in Mass Effect 1. I guess if you are playing like, I don't know, a female Shepard that romances a completely different person, you would not have this connection, and I don't know, it just feels much more personal for Dyliard Shepard and important because of that, because of our history with Liara. I'm probably afraid more about Earth at the given time, because we have not seen like the carnage in the galaxy just yet. We've been really focusing on like the Earth stuff.
When the Reapers hit, I could hear people screaming in the streets below me. We left a lot of them behind.
There's no way for you to save them all. But I know you're doing everything you can, and you'll get back there in time to help.
I hope you're right.
Don't blame yourself, Commander.
Commander Shepard? I'm Specialist... Oh. I beg your pardon. I thought you were alone.
Okay.
I was just leaving.
We have a third wheel over here. Who the fuck is this?
Shepard, I'm Comm Specialist Samantha Trainer with Alliance R&D. I was part of the team retrofitting the Normandy after you turned it over to the Alliance.
My fucking ship?
When the Reapers hit.
My fucking ship? You were retrofitting it? You better not fucking change my office whatsoever. I want to see my aquarium in its beautiful glory, preferable this time with like some alive fish in them. And also like the space hamster and my model collection. What the fuck have you guys done with it?
Slow down, Specialist Trainer. You're doing fine.
Thank you. I worked in a lab. I never thought I'd be serving on a ship.
Why don't you tell me about the retrofits?
The ship's in line with Alliance regs now, and it has new, top-of-the-line quantum entanglement
It's here.
communicators. In fact, Admiral Anderson had intended to use the Normandy as his mobile command center.
That's no longer an option.
Yes, I heard he chose to stay and fight. In any event, I'm honored to serve under you, Commander. For as long as you need me, that is. They only sent me here to oversee the retrofits.
Shepard, some of our systems require further testing, and Specialist Trainer has been extremely effective during installation.
Okay.
I would prefer that she remain.
Got it, Edie.
Wait, since when does a virtual intelligence make requests?
Edie's an AI. Fully self-aware.
Oh, I knew it. I knew Joker was lying.
ED is unleashed.
That I pretend to be a simple VI to protect myself. I apologize for the deception.
Thanks, ED, and I apologize for all those times I talked about how attractive your voice was. Anyway, shall I give you a tour? I think you'll be impressed by the new upgrades. In the CIC, you'll find the galaxy map where you can set the Normandy's destination.
Okay, as in tradition.
You can also check your messages at your private terminal.
As always.
The War Room houses a strategic command center for mission-specific intel and war analysis.
Okay, war room.
The shuttle bay contains an armory where you can modify your equipment between missions.
Perfect.
Finally, Liara has set up a lot of hardware down in the old XO office on Deck 3. I think she's claimed that room. And
Okay.
there you are. Still the same ship as before, it just flies Alliance colors now.
Lovely.
Speaking of which, I believe Admiral Hackett would like to speak to you at the VidCom.
No. Never. Guys, never go to the VidCom when you're presented with...
Commander.
Because it will throw you into another mission.
Sounds like they're running scared.
They're useless.
The Council has been a pain in my ass for really long. I'm done with them.
Yep.
Then what's your plan?
I'm trying to get the Turian Primarch for a summit meeting with the Asari and Solarians. I'll bypass the Council and appeal directly to their leadership.
Yep.
That's good, I like it. This is where we start laying the groundwork for our counterattack.
Let's freaking go.
Fortunately, we don't have a whole lot to back it up right now.
Then build alliances. Gather everything and everybody you can for the cause.
What about the Prothean device?
Find me people who can help build it, and if you can't, I'll take ships, soldiers, supplies, whatever you can get. We need to keep hitting the Reapers across every theater of war they open. Buy us time to figure out the device.
And when it's finished?
Assuming it ever is, we pool all our resources. Think of it as a giant armada for delivering the device, when the Reapers are most vulnerable. The stronger you can make that armada, the better the chances of punching through.
I'm once again extending this question to you, Admiral Hackett. Have we confirmed a single kill of the Reaper? How does this war look? As of now, on Earth, it was looking kind of dire. Are we having any positive, effect? Maybe some Turian guns could pierce like the Reaper shell. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out and see ourselves. This is kind of. I floated this idea at the beginning of the game that maybe this will be following a little bit of what we've seen in Dragon Age Origins with gathering allies to take down the Reapers, and it is still giving me off this vibe.
What about Earth, sir?
We'll just have to hope Anderson and what's left of the Alliance forces can hold out until we've dealt with the enemy.
I understand.
I don't believe that.
And make it happen, Commander. I'll be expecting regular updates on your progress. Hack it out.
The Reapers do seem a little bit on that, efficient robotic side. Armor, mod kit, intel. Okay, I'll be checking that in a moment. And really, if we cannot fight at all, then how are we holding up? Okay, where are we? Perfect, the M button actually works today. Bridge, Joker, Galaxy Map, Trainer, War Room, and VidCom. Okay. Alright. This is the War Room. Looks pretty cool. War terminal, okay. War assets. The people, weapons, armies, and fleets that you've accumulated are your war assets. The overall readiness of the galaxy determines how effectively these assets will perform in the final battle. Okay, shit. Okay, the System Alliance represents humanity's economic, political, and military reach throughout the galaxy. Its naval forces are led by Admiral Stephen Hackett. Let's freaking go. At least Udina's on our side. Okay. Oh, and there is total military strength, and there's like a minimum that we ought to be reaching. Okay, this is all pretty cool. I think I won't be just going through these endless lore pieces. I will leave that for like the codex reading episode. But it's all very neatly organized over here. I love how it's, you know, broken down. Okay, 645. We'll see. We'll see what other help we'll be getting. Maybe we'll get like some fucking, I don't know, the Yogg will decide to help, and they will fight or like send, you know, 5 of their like mightiest warriors or something along the lines. They show up over here and it will be like the Alliance 600, the Yogg 500. We'll see what, you know, resources can show up. Who are you, mister? Just grinding away at the console. Okay. The war room. Any conversations happening in the vicinity? No. Okay, the war room is all done with then. Okay, the tech labs. Model Alliance shuttle pickup. Oh, let's go. We are back to like the more important objective of Mass Effect, creating the perfect model collection, not stopping the Reapers. Okay, this is where we onboard new squad members, probably. I can see that the Normandy is like kind of on like the empty side so far. I wouldn't say so myself. I helped the fucking council that one time, and I don't know whether that was a good idea. Oh. Okay. Just have to go through security on my own fucking ship, for whatever reason.
Commander, the Alliance has found a new Cerberus lab on Sanctum. Admiral Hackett would like you to investigate.
Okay. Perfect. This is the elevator. Yes, I was saying a little bit on that empty side. What is going on?
Commander, come to check on your new recruit.
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
Next time you need something, just ask. We're all in this together.
He's so nice.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark IV. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Oh!
Okay, yeah. You're on your own with that.
In any event, I appreciate you giving me the chance to stay. Was there anything else?
Oh my... My girl, 6k credits? That's more than we can, you know, allocate towards Lenko recovery. I don't know about that.
How'd you end up in the military anyway?
My family didn't have money for university. When the Alliance saw my aptitude scores, they offered me a full scholarship.
Okay,
I served my
makes
required
sense.
years after graduation and decided to stay. I really like the challenges of the lab. Although, I'm sure I'll grow to love frontline service as well.
I don't know what it is, but I instantly like this particular woman a little bit more than Kelly. Specialist trainer? Okay, you are one likable individual.
I'm surprised you're worrying about a toothbrush. We've got bigger problems right now.
Oh, believe me, seeing the Reapers on Earth was terrifying. But I won't help anybody by bursting into tears here in the CIC, will I? Being here on the Normandy helps. If anyone in the galaxy can stop the Reapers, it's you.
Okay.
And if flagging your messages and managing strategic intel helps you in any way, then it's worth it.
Awesome, awesome. Really committed.
You worked in Alliance R&D?
Yes. You'd think quantum entanglement would make communication easy, but imagine incorporating multiple incoming sources.
Yes.
And then networking them with extrapolations of time-lag data to construct a coherent situation GUI. It's an exciting challenge. For me, anyway.
Sounds very techy.
Where are you from originally?
A colony in the Terminus systems, actually. Though I studied on Earth, at Oxford.
That's impressive.
My parents were from London. They loved Earth, but they wanted the freedom a colony life could offer. Even if that freedom has its share of danger. If I recall correctly, you grew up on Mindwar.
Ah, yes. This is, a word I have not heard in a while. Yes.
Given what happened to Earth, I don't think we can count on anywhere being safe right now.
Quite true, Commander.
Carry on, Specialist.
Okay, very nice. Very nice. What is the situation of our private terminal, however? Email. Review messages sent to you. Open. Special ops. So there is just a lot of stuff to get through before we venture on our very first assignment. From Stephen Hackett, Shepard, Alliance forces are stretched thin across the galaxy. We need your specific talent for a series of ops. These missions will open doors for the Alliance in places we can't touch through conventional means. We'll deploy operatives to hold point after you've completed your objectives. I heard you... I need you to head to a Cerberus lab on the planet Sanctum. I'll brief you where you're inbound. Hackett. Okay. Reinstatement. From Hackett once again. Commander Shepard, this letter formally acknowledges your reinstatement into the Alliance Navy per Admiral David Anderson recent verbal communication. Under Emergency War Powers Regulation 903.5, you are hereby authorized to assume command of the Normandy SR-2. You are directed to begin interdiction operations against any and all enemies posing a threat to Earth, its colonies, and its allies. Furthermore, you are granted diplomatic authority to establish treaties with non-human races as required to support your mission. Hackett. Okay. We're just seeing like a lot of Hackett in recent times from like, you know, the... I was actually very much surprised to see him, you know, play such a big role in Arrival, and then giving us, you know, a face-to-face conversation with him at the end of that game, or rather at the end of the Arrival DLC, because he was like this character that would show up occasionally, like in the background. Let's say we'd hear mentions of him, but yeah, he was like out there at the end of like the Arrival, and I was like impressed with, you know, they modeled him and such. And I guess this is why it's the case, because Hackett is playing just like a big role in Mass Effect 3. They knew when they were creating Arrival. Emergency flash traffic urgent Alliance fleet operations flash. All Alliance military personnel, this is a galaxy-wide alert from all human territories. Fleet Admiral Hackett has declared threat condition Saber 1. Enemy presence confirmed in the Sol system, Earth under Reaper attack. All Alliance military personnel are directed to evacuate Sol system at first available opportunity. Do not attempt Earth approach. Heavy enemy resistance reported. Repeat, do not attempt Earth approach. Yet, and with no, like, help from like the outside, how is Anderson supposed to hold like the fort? Further instructions to follow on coded channel Crimson Tacit. Earth-based Alliance personnel unable to evacuate are directly to commands any and all necessary countermeasures. All remaining Alliance personnel outside of Sol theater are directed to muster at pre-appointed staging areas and commence offensive combat operations at first available opportunity. In absence of further instruction, independent action is authorized. Oh, that's cool. K9, subject my dog. What? Dear Commander Shepard, I was a contractor working on the Normandy's haptic interface when it was in dry dock. Your VIED emailed me to let me know I left my dog mech on board. I'm all the way out in Terra Nova now and would hate for you to go a million clicks out of your way to drop off my dog. Please just take care of her. She likes exploring, sniffing chemical trails, and 750-volt outlets. Thank you and sorry for the trouble. I promise she won't be too much of a headache. Andrea Brown. This is the first time hearing of it. What dog mech? Where is he? Where is it hiding? And why is no one informing me of that? On alert, new article, Quarian fleet from Alliance News Network Information Partners. By Ruxius Aurelius, on contributor. Citadel, where's the Quarian fleet? The latest intelligence shows that the Reapers are taking system after system at a feverish pace. Members of all races are fleeing their stations, colonies, and in some cases their homeworlds. This kind of forced exodus might seem especially familiar to the nomadic Quarians, who were pushed off their homeworld by the synthetic Geth creatures centuries ago. But as the Geth pushes back against the Reapers... But as the galaxy pushes back against the Reapers, the Quarians are conspicuously absent. Well, what do you want them to fucking do? You always are kicking them from, you know, the shared spaces because they are seen as these scavengers of, like, the universe. I don't believe anyone is holding, like, close relations with, like, the Quarians for them to be like, oh, where are the Quarians? Why they are not helping us? Turians and Alliance spokespeople cannot provide the fleet's current location. They say they have other concerns at the moment. Whatever the Quarians are up to, they want it kept secret from the Council. After a refueling stop at Ilium, the fleet left no stated destination, and there are also reports of a galaxy-wide call for all young adult Quarians to abandon their pilgrimages to join the fleet. Okay, so the game is just ramming it home that, you know, the Geth ex-Quarian conflict will be like an important thing we'll be dealing with. Greedy and short-sighted powers will always try to gain the upper hand in times of galactic crisis. We can only hope that whatever the Quarians are planning does not interfere with the only thing that should matter, stopping the Reapers. View of the Empire. Okay. For now, we have no mission associated with, like, the Quarians, so yeah. The Turian first. The Turians first. A welcome back gift from Edie. While we were in dry dock, Joker suggested that a small welcoming gift would be appropriate to have on hand should you be reinstated as commanding officer. Ooh, rubbing my hands together, what is it? As the ship does not have the capacity to accommodate the dancers, As the ship has no capacity to accommodate the dancers, he suggested I choose something from the official Systems Alliance catalog. Soldiers who have held an N7 designation for 5 years or more are entitled to a commemorative hooded jacket for when on off-duty hours. You will find it among the selection of casual clothing in your cabin. Edie. Okay, I can't wait to be... We have so much stuff to be looking at in the Normandy. You have an upgrade awaiting from Glyph. Dear Commander Shepard, some of the data you found allowed me to research an upgrade for you. Simply access the terminal in Dr. Tissoni's office at your convenience, and you may choose how and when to implement it. Have a pleasant day, Glyph. Who the fuck is Glyph? I don't recall that name. Priority Mission Eden Prime. From Alliance Command. Commander, Cerberus has attacked Eden Prime and is now occupying the colony. What the fuck? I guess Eden Prime can just cannot catch a break. Alliance forces are stretched too thin right now to attempt to liberate the colony, but we've been doing what we can to covertly aid the local resistance. In the process, we've learned that Cerberus has uncovered a major Prothean artifact. Another one? We don't know what it is, but it appears to be the reason for the attack on the colony. We need you to infiltrate the colony and recover the artifact. Okay. Shit, I will do that. Can't wait to go back to Eden Prime. As the game is also providing me with this window when you have to actually select the private emails, I can only assume more things will show up in the future. Over here. Okay, priority Eden Prime. Sure thing. But how is Joker holding up? This is what interests me. Yeah, very freaking empty is the insides of the Normandy. Okay, ED no longer in place.
Hey, Commander. You know, I had my doubts about the Council. But after years of ignoring your warnings, they're finally willing to step up and tell you they just can't help.
Yep, at least they finally build up the courage to do so.
They've spent years denying the threat. You think they'd be prepared now?
I was kind of hoping that maybe they were planning in secret and just not telling you about it because, you know, Cerberus.
Yeah, I would
Well,
hope
let me
so.
know if you want me to get them on the channel and then hang up on them, you know, for old time's sake.
Oh, that's lovely, but that's it. Joker, how about a hug? Let's hug it out. I mean, I guess we've been, like, probably buddy of camera, right? In the 6-month period. And, you know... Yeah, that's probably why, but I have not seen you... I have not seen you for such a long time, Joker. I want to have a hug. Just commandering me away. I will not stand for this. Okay, what else can be found inside? Okay. This is where Jacob stood. In his armory. It's no longer accessible. The map's still not working. Yeah, I think that's it regarding like this level. We ought to be moving. Okay, how about we start from the top? How about we start from the top in my beautiful, beautiful bedroom? That's right, some things never change, and they might just be this beautiful room. A little bit stripped down, a little bit missing, considering my freaking model collection. Where is it? Where's my space hamster also? I cannot stand for this. What's over here? Okay, private terminal once again. With an email access and squad selection? Review squad abilities and change appearances. Okay. I guess James got reinstated or he like never left. Oh shit, what the hell? How come Liara has so many, you know, good-looking outfits from, like, the get-go? Okay, how about we put this one on and check how she looks? It's, like, probably the least appealing regarding all of them over here. But yeah, let's start off with this. How about you, James? What the fuck? Looking like a complete badass, like a complete machine, killing machine. I don't even know which one was your original one, my guy. I think this one. Okay, let's change it into this. Okay, what's the info? James, katana weapon damage, that's it. Alliance officer and Liara, yeah, not much else will be provided to us. Okay, the fish at the current time in good health. This is because I was not tending to them. Okay. The music, the sound system. I don't want to be using that. Let's check it out. Okay. Okay, at least that's it. We have just one tune and it instantly switches off. Usually with like the sound system, it's like a case of you turn it on, you start at track 1, and then you have to cycle through like 20 songs to shut it off. Okay, armor locker. This is what I was looking for. An important freaking gameplay element, not upgrade. Let's first look at casual. Oh my goodness, not anything but this. Oh, the bike, the post-apocalyptic biker outfit. Okay, this is like the most decent one. How does it differ from this one? This has a little bit of blue for like the Alliance. This has a little bit of... Is it like the initial one that we wore in Vancouver? I think so. The N7 hoodie, which just looks ridiculous. Oh no, this was like the biker outfit. Oh, and then that's it? Okay, we are not... We don't have many things to deal with, people. There has not been that many developments over here. I guess let's stick with this one for now. Okay, armor set, though. Oh, shit. So we have like an armor set that we can mess with, and we have a Cerberus Ajax armor that I don't think, I don't think we... Please, let me... Okay, I have to use my scroll wheel. I don't think we can customize whatsoever. To be fair, it's not looking that hot. It's only there's a health boost over here. Oh no, actually there are more things. This one is giving us the health boost, and these pieces have shields, regeneration, capacity. Power damage is a welcome thing. And weapon damage also, but maybe you can cook up something regarding like the, you know, the awesome one, the N7 one, our favorite one. Okay, helmet. No helmet. I believe I want to have like a helmet. I believe I want to have like the helmet at all times. I just want to not see it during conversations and such, right? Okay, let's put on like the helmet for now. It will give us a little bit of a health boost. This one is looking absolutely ridiculous. What can we do with like the chest? Shield regeneration, not so hot. I want health. Shoulders, none available. Arms at this time. Melee damage, but less health. Certainly not interested in that. Legs, nothing. Now material, this is the interesting part. Oh yeah, I can totally mess with that. I'll actually try to cook up something on camera, so you know. This doesn't take too much on screen time. That's lovely, that's lovely. In the very last one, we were running in like a red one. Maybe I can cook up another one. Maybe it's time for like a blue one, you know? A game when we are, once again, reinstated in the Alliance. It seems like the blue is the Alliance's color, so maybe it's time for a blue Shepard in this game. Okay, what else? Crew deck. Crew's quarters, mess hall, lounge, medical, AI core, main battery observation deck, and life support. Okay. Oh my goodness, I know these corridors by heart, and who are these individuals? Is this some kind of a memorial? Ashley Williams is over here on like the left. Richard L. Jenkins also makes the list. Let's fucking go. Oh, and Thane Cryos also. Look. That's so cool. That's such a cool detail. Where's Navigator Presley? I swear I don't see his name. Yeah, I don't see Navigator Presley anywhere. I would also like include, you know, out of being like a good guy, I would include like the names of Cerberus operatives that also died while serving on like the Normandy when we were, you know, saving the galaxy in the very last game. Most of them got abducted, but some of them died. Horrible deaths. Okay, guy's chilling. That's nice. Alright. This is where Samara used to sit. She no longer is here, RIP. I mean, probably all of our companions and squad mates are in good health, somewhere out there in the galaxy. But once again, seeing this place empty, like mostly empty, is just a little bit sad. Do I no longer have access to like the women's restroom? That's outrageous. How about the men's one? The men's... Oh, what the fuck? What is this discrimination? In Mass Effect 2, I could have wandered there freely. Another empty spot. This is where Thane used to sit. Okay. I guess he was interested in modeling also. Do we have here port observation? Kasumi in the house? No, she no longer is. There's a fucking... Just a fucking poker table? Instead, I see, like, the Alliance engraving on top of it. I see you guys installed only the fucking necessities. Outside of that, we have, like, bare bones fucking walls, but, like, the poker table is over here. Oh, and this controls, like, the shutters. Okay, perfect, perfect. What is this? This is VR headset. Oh, this is all pretty cool. Men's restroom also over here. Okay, alright. Miranda's office. What came of it? Oh, it's Liara. Liara's room. Sorry for waltzing in. I'm like an asshole. This looks awesome. She moved all of like the Shadow Broker's operations into here.
Commander Shepard, it's a pleasure to see you.
Oh, it's you!
You're the drone from the Shadow Broker's ship.
Yes.
Tony now refers to me as Glyph instead of Info Drone 95% of the time. If you have a moment, I'd like to draw your attention to a terminal in her office.
That's hilarious. This annoying fuck is back.
Information packages. If you find any useful data, I can research upgrades for you.
And what should I be looking for?
I'll inform you if you found relevant data. When you do, return to this terminal for your choices. In the meantime, Dr. Tassoni would like to speak with you. Have a pleasant day.
Okay. You're taking...
The council didn't go too well, huh?
It was less than ideal.
I'm shocked.
At least the council can't deny the Reapers exist. But I'm not sure how much comfort that is while they bicker over which portion of the galaxy to save.
Wow. Becoming the big info brokers turned you into a real cynic, Liara. I like it.
I'm flattered, I think.
Lovely. Love the interactions between the crew. Okay, so you're taking like Morden's place? Mr. Glyph, an armor mod kit. Farron has persuaded his contacts to ship an armor mod kit to the Normandy, technically illegal in Citadel space. The kits, Omnigel Convert and Manufacturing Fabricator can make a one-time modification to Shepard's armor, improving shield strength or adding thermal clip compartments. Okay. Open, I guess? Okay, ammo capacity bonus and shields. Okay, I have to select the reward. How about we back out of this? For now, I am not struggling whatsoever in combat. Maybe you can save it for later on. Upgrades? None. Okay. I guess that's about it. Okay, Liara, I'll be with you in a moment. Just looking at your cool fucking PC setup. This is what I need, man.
This terminal contains non-essential correspondence from your allied forces. Dr. Tassoni has granted you access.
Okay. Protein notes. And messages from, like, the operatives to, like, the broker. Interesting, interesting. Let's kind of push this once again a little bit back. Maybe we'll be able to check it alongside, like, the war room in the codex reading episode, as they are deemed non-essential.
Looks like you brought more than just that drone from your ship.
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent shadow broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device. Until we understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
Okay. Understood. Understood.
Did the Protheans actually complete this weapon?
You mean, will it work? They wouldn't have poured their last resources into this device if they thought otherwise. But we really need to find out just what kind of weapon they left us.
I mean, if you say so.
It'd be nice to know we're not kids playing around with a loaded gun.
Absolutely. The damage it could cause if it backfired is unthinkable. This will be difficult even for us. If something happens on a mission, if either one of us are hurt. Shepard, there's something I need to ask before we go any further. I know you and Jack were close. Is that in the past? Should I forget there was anything between us?
Oh my god, man. Just like the third episode, and it's like... Just like the third episode that we are being hammered by Liara. Really much hammered. I don't know what to tell you, Liara. I mean, it's like there are currently no other contestants. There are currently no other horses in this race. What can I say? The entirety of, like, the Normandy is empty as of now. Maybe if we find new and interesting people, maybe. I would want to avoid this conversation for now. Let's just be friends. I'm interested in you. Whatever else. We will be fighting on many fronts, therefore I'm interested in you.
I didn't forget you, Liara. I want to make us work.
Good. I was getting worried.
There were a lot of reasons I was happy to see you on Mars.
I'd like that list, but later. There's so much left
Okay,
to
okay.
do.
I was getting stressed out.
Hopefully we can discover what the Protheans left for us. But I'm looking forward to talking about something other than business. Maybe later?
Sure. Sure thing, Liara. I will be saving before that conversation, surely. Okay, Liara, do you have possibly more for us?
Hello again, Shepard.
Time to investigate.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough Data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
It's that high-tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
Okay, okay. Well, we are banking the entire operation on this actually working.
You brought your little helper with you?
Its name is Glyph. It helped sort through all the data that led me to the archive on Mars.
It was a pleasure to be of assistance, Doctor.
Glyph's interfaced with the data feeds. Its analytical software should come in handy.
Okay, okay.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship, impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy.
No!
Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
Oh my god.
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus' ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
That's criminal. That was like the coolest looking ship in this entire series so far.
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser.
R.I.P.
I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
No, neither did I.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
Ooh, so many questions. I'm loving it.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
I mean, he is capable. He is a capable Drell.
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars?
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
Okay, I think that's it. Okay, Liara,
We'll talk later, Liara.
I will leave you to your own devices. Go decode those blueprints because it is off.
The results are available on the Information Network terminal.
The results are very much necessary for us. Okay, I can only expect that Garrus will not stand behind those doors. Yup, he is no longer here, RIP. There is some sniper rifle here, however. Lying on the table. could Garrus still be on like the table for a potential squad mate in this game? Maybe. I was kind of thinking that he would bite like the bullet in the very last game with all of this revenge stuff kind of corrupting him. I was seeing like death flags for the guy, but he didn't. So I mean, it only would be natural for him to come for like the finale, come back. Okay, Dr. Chokwas. How about you? I do have a gift bottle for you already.
Commander?
Everything okay down here, Doctor?
The Alliance team cleaned up and restocked, but it's still my old med bay. Feels like home.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Let's waste no time. If I may, I'd like to examine you.
Whoa. What's going on?
Nothing wrong with me, is there?
No, but we should keep an eye on all those cybernetic implants Cerberus grafted into you.
Expensive stuff bringing me back.
And worth every penny. Let's just make sure everything is okay.
Okay, sure. Scan away.
Guess a checkup never hurts. Just no scalpel this time, Doc.
Alas, to my great disappointment, it is nothing invasive. I'm just going to run some diagnostics on your implants, and it'll take a few readings. Good. Your implants are showing little sign of rejection.
There you go.
Just keep up that positive outlook of yours, Commander, and your scars shouldn't return. That's it. You're the picture of health.
Oh, that's pretty cool. The scars would show up if I were to go more on that renegade path. That is an interesting thing to consider. On the other hand, we are running into so many old friends that it's really hard to be a renegade, at least at the start of the playthrough.
How's our inventory of meds?
The medbay was fully stocked before you left Earth. We should be good for a long time, even given the amount of fire you take each day.
Do you ever regret working for Cerberus?
We didn't work for them. We used them. If I were to feel anything, it would be guilt. We took their money, took their best people, took their best ship. We used them to defeat the Collectors, and now we are using their resources against them.
Yup. You should...
No, I don't regret it one bit.
You should fucking speak that truth to Kaiden and convince him that I am on our side. You are coming at this, Dr. Chokwas, from like the right angle.
You've never mentioned any of your family.
None to speak of, really. I'm the last of a prestigious line of medical professionals. The Alliance is my spouse, and you're all my children. I'm blessed with many close friends. But with each Alliance vessel taken, I lose one or two. We need to end this war.
Do you ever
God damn it.
regret working for Cerberus?
We didn't.
Clicking too fast.
So
Okay.
no, I don't regret it one bit.
Okay, Dr.
See you
Chuckwas.
around, Doctor.
Take care, Shepard.
Not that much to gain out of this conversation. I was a little bit hopeful that maybe that bottle that I bought would come into play, but as you guys can see, I don't have any access to, you know, an inventory or whatever, so I have no idea where that bottle went, or even who we can give it to at this point. Reassign bonus powers. No bonus powers available. Conversations with your companions unlock bonus powers. Okay, so this is it. So this is it. It's coming back. The ability to get another power through loyalty is coming back. And what do we have on like the table? Is this like that ability to double your next shot? Double your next sniper rifle shot? That's Reeve. That's like stasis or some shit. Or maybe this is barrier and this is stasis. This is like biotic ammo. I can only assume this is like some armor piercing ammo. Maybe incinerating ammo? Okay, okay. So we can later on reassign for credits this time. Okay. Visit a store on the Citadel. Well, thank you very much for telling me, but why now? And reassign just... Oh, my powers, Liara powers, and James powers. That's awesome. Okay. That is pretty cool. Okay, we can test out a little bit, and then if we deem our powers to not be assigned well, we can have another go at it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty rad. Oh yes, you. I completely forgot about you. Why are we not speaking about you, Dr. Eva? She's just like lying here in the open, no one is guarding it. I need a guard here at all times with a gun pointed at this seemingly dead body. We had one when like the Geth was on our ship, but we are not taking the same precautions as the Alliance. Risky business is all I'm trying to say. Okay, what else? What else do we have? Engineering. Engineering, port cargo, starboard cargo, and subdeck. Okay, okay. Apparently, the place where Grunt resided is no longer available. How about where Zaid used to be? Oh! Oh no, it's been repurposed. I don't know whether I like this. You lady. That's right. Okay. You have a pretty cool studio going. I do wonder how all of these people live at the ship with like no wardrobes whatsoever. It's mostly beds, chairs, or like sofas. Where are your personal things stashed, Diana? Okay, what is she looking at over here? Some conspiracy theory?
How's your new assignment working out, Allers?
Fairly normal, except for the unshackled AI, Matriarch Benezia's daughter, and the communicator that can reach Earth. The first two, I can deal with. That last one gets my attention.
So what are you asking for exactly?
Anything from Earth is the lead story right now. That's not opinion, it's fact.
Maybe I can pass on a few non-classified progress updates.
Seriously? You just doubled my ratings. I don't need FaceTime, just a data upload.
Okay, focus on Cerberus or get us support. Could this somehow come into play regarding like the war room? He can... Like she can, I don't know, rally the general public around us. For example, like the citizens of like the of the Citadel, and then they volunteer and join the Alliance or like the Council forces in the fight against the Reapers?
Tell people what's really happening on Earth. We need long recruiting lines on every planet after you air Restored.
I can do this, Commander. Remind me to tell you about the time I made an Elcor cry.
Okay. I'm interested. Once again, reputation is something completely different from... Paragon.
Commander.
Okay.
Do we need to talk, Commander?
No, carry on. Get off my ship. Ooh, Jesus.
Not right now, Allers.
Let me know when we do.
Once again, interesting that we can, you know, board those people, accept them into service, and then we can tell them to get the fuck out. I do wonder whether there is someone that can be, you know, occupying her space and her role. Is Jack... is Jack on board? Hello? My lovely biotic goddess? Oh, no longer here. Sovereign model, however. She was playing with my toys. And a Turian cruiser, let's go. About Tali's space. That's a little bit fucked up, these two that were here on like the original Normandy 2.0. Just having all of the conversations between the two of them. Now, empty.
Commander, welcome back to the Normandy. Or maybe you should be saying that to me.
Oh, it's you!
You're Adams. What are you doing here?
I was put in charge of the drive core retrofits. My experience on the Normandy SR-1 made me an obvious choice.
So, what do you think of our SR-2?
Glad to see him back.
She's incredible. If there's one nice thing I can say about Cerberus, it's that they know how to build a ship.
That's true.
About that, Cerberus, I mean. I owe you an apology.
How so?
Back when you got this ship, Dr. Chalk was contacting me, asking me to help with your mission against the Collectors. I refused.
Oh.
I didn't have your back, and I'm sorry for that.
Okay, Adams. For a second there, I thought you turned invisible, turned into a ghost, but here you are, back in this plane of existence.
Why didn't you join us?
I saw what happened to you when the Normandy went down. I didn't trust that it was really you, and I certainly didn't trust Cerberus. Also, as an officer of the Alliance, I don't just leave my post, you know?
It's so funny, the camera, like, changes the angle to see, for you to see another, you know, shot of, like, the character, a different perspective. Maybe it's still empty.
Your Alliance first. That's the way it should be.
Where the fuck?
Thank you, Commander. Glad to be aboard.
What is going on? Maybe it's me that's facing like a completely different direction. He's somewhere there and on the other side of the room, but we are talking to a wall for whatever reason.
Is your family okay?
My parents are serving on Viridian Zenith, an Alliance agricultural vessel. My sister is a navigator on the SSV Benjamin Davis. Happy to report that both vessels are safely under Hackett's command.
Let's go. Happy for you. It is, not that common nowadays that we find people with no lost loved ones.
Does the new Normandy stack up to the old SR-1?
Stack up.
Mm-hmm.
It blows the old ship away. The Tantalus drive core has been completely overhauled. The SR-2 might be nearly twice the size, but the new drive core is 3 times bigger. This ship can fly.
My man is impressed.
Cerberus isn't too high on safety. If pushed past her limits, this core would vent into engineering. Guess it gives my team incentive to keep her well balanced during a firefight.
Do your job or get vaporized.
Pretty much. I noticed you upgraded the kinetic barriers with cyclonic technology.
Okay,
Should
okay.
help reduce the draw when under missile fire.
Hopefully that means fewer vaporized engineers.
The IES stealth system is significantly improved. It can handle a higher blue shift of our emissions.
All right, yes.
It should be able to drop out of FTL without triggering every sensor in range. Very handy for stealth reconnaissance. All in all, the Normandy is a marvel of engineering.
I do wonder whether, you know, the upgrades that we applied to the Normandy kind of carry over to this game. They should kind of carry over, because the lack of them could mean that your squad mates are dying and they don't show up in this game. So maybe the fact that we upgraded something automatically places us in a better just position, considering, you know, the war efforts, for example.
What do you think of Edie?
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little strange at first, talking shop with an AI.
AI? I thought Edie posed as a VI to keep the likes of you from unplugging her.
Yeah, but I saw through her. Have you seen her hardware? Processing power is off the charts. And then there were the problems that kept fixing themselves. If I hadn't had her pegged, I would have sworn I was losing it.
You never expressed any skepticism.
Aww, that's lovely.
I figured I'd better play it safe with the Cerberus AI, Edie. No offense.
None taken. As long as you keep your fingers out of my cognizance process.
In the beginning, I tried disconnecting her from key processes without giving myself away. Easier said than done. But Joker seemed to trust her, and in time I saw her advantages. Even grew to like her.
Ah, that's lovely, man. There's just so much chemistry between everyone.
Carry on, Adams.
This is awesome. This is awesome, Mr. Adams. Okay, once again, reputation. You sneaky little fuck. I don't know what you are right now, but I will find out soon enough. And the very last deck that we ought to be looking at might just be the shuttle bay. I don't remember you being here. Oh, I've just realized something. Shuttle bay being here, is this like the Mako or like the M44 coming back? Please tell me so, baby. Okay. Yes, for now empty, mostly. Weapons bench, okay. Makes sense. Oh, it equipped everything. That's not good. How about we unequip all of that and see what we are at? We are at plus 11. Which one was that weapon? I believe it's this one. It reduces weapon weight by 50%. Perfect, confirm. But even with that, minus 50%, we are still at minus 14. Okay, that means we are just running on empty. That's okay, It would make sense to, like, take an additional firearm if we can, like, put multiple minus weight mods on it and have it there just in case, right? But so it doesn't mess with our power recharge speed. Weapon upgrades. What are weapon upgrades? Okay, a completely different thing. This is the thing I was talking about. It's level 2 of all of those beautiful weapons. We can just buy level 2 for a mere 2k? That sounds a little bit broken, and I think I want to invest. Improved weapon damage, ammo capacity, and weight. Oh, it improves weight? That's amazing. I'm buying this. Purchase it. From the get-go, I can go into level 3 for only 3k. How about Mantis? Also the same elements get upgraded. Let me see. Oh, fucking dog is here. The fucking dog is here. So many things are happening at once. Okay, now we are at plus 24. That's awesome. That is awesome. Another system to... just another layer to this already interesting system. I'm loving it. Okay. Okay, Mr. Dog, are you operational? Doesn't seem to be operational. Lieutenant Cortez.
Lieutenant Steve Cortez, shuttle pilot. Got news about our supply chains, Commander.
Spill the beans, my guy.
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Sorry to just jump in, Commander. There's so much to be done, I get caught up in the tasks at hand.
He's always like that. You need to chill out, Esteban.
Hey, let's go. James is here.
Or is that the Cerveza talking again?
So what's happening with our supply chains, Lieutenant?
Alliance procurement chains are in chaos, but the Citadel's economy is still running. I can network to Citadel retailers. You can view inventory and make purchases right from this console.
And that would be amazing.
When I network to a new store, I'll let you know.
It does cost more to coordinate delivery to the Normandy, so it's cheaper to buy supplies.
Oh.
So you're my shuttle pilot, but you're setting up procurement chains?
I wasn't assigned as Normandy's pilot. Not much need for one on a dry dock ship. I was overseeing the retrofit of the cargo hold. I'm quite familiar with the operation and maintenance of the UT-47 Kodiak and the M44 Hammerhead. With my experience, it made sense for me to take over as shuttle pilot when we left Earth. Especially given Mr. Vega's love of mid-air collisions.
To save the day, pendejo.
That's right.
I'm also responsible for logistics, making sure the armory and shuttle are properly stocked and maintained.
Lovely, lovely. Oh, so much stuff to talk about. Lovely. Also, this just tells me that we'll be returning to the Citadel and finding more stores in there, because so far we've just seen, like, the one in the hospital.
Do you maintain this armory?
I share that duty with our illustrious Mr. Vega. Though I believe the only weapon he really cares to maintain is himself.
That's right.
You know you love the show.
The first retrofit we did was to move the armory down from Deck 2. I'm not sure what Cerberus engineers were thinking. Now you get off the elevator, pick your gear, and head right into the shuttle.
Oh, that's lovely.
Just like the original Normandy.
Welcome back to the Alliance, Commander.
I love how James just, like, walked over to say 2 lines, and then he was back to, you know, packing those muscles.
How long have you been with the Alliance?
About 10 years. I enlisted in First Fleet serving on the SSV Hawking, flying F-61 Tridents mostly. I love the Trident. It practically dances in low atmo. I spent as much time tinkering on my bird as flying her. Got a bit of a reputation.
So, you can fly fighters and fix them.
Yeah, and I got a knack for procurement too. They were grooming me for CAG, but my skill set made me more valuable commanding a flight deck. They assigned me to the Normandy retrofit team about 5 months ago to oversee all cargo bay modifications.
Okay, capable individual.
What happened to the M44 Hammerhead?
It was sent to the tech labs for a retrofit.
Okay.
To afford mobility with such a small ESO core, its design sacrificed armor plating. The lab engineers are trying to improve that. After the Reaper invasion, those labs are probably just a pile of rubble.
Oh no, we are not getting it back?
The Kodiak seems a bit different.
Good eyes, Commander. This is the UT-47A Kodiak.
Ah, get the fuck out with that shit.
Core and prototype stealth technology based on the Normandy design. For quick drops, I can get you in and out virtually undetected. She flies like a brick, so that's why you need a good pilot.
Yeah, no matter how you slice it, it's a fucking space dumpster. No fucking gentleness to it whatsoever, and grace.
You were stationed on Earth. Do you have family there?
I'm an only child. Lost my parents years ago. I had a husband back when I was stationed at Ferris Fields. The collectors took out the whole colony.
Aye, aye, aye.
I'd rather not talk about it.
Yep, another scarred individual. Well, thank you for your contribution, sir.
Keep up the hard work, but don't kill yourself.
Yes, Commander.
Alright. What's next? The interface. Search the supplies. Nothing. Yeah, because we bought that already. Casa Fabrications. Okay, there's just like a lot. So there's just like a lot to be spending your money on, and I have no money to my name. Nothing from like the very second game transferred into this one. Fucking stripped me not only of my ship, but also of my inventory. Oh, and the Spectre stuff I can also buy. That's lovely. Okay. Understood, sir. What else is in the vicinity? The space dumpster, not interested in it. Although I appreciate all of like the upgrades for it. Because it allowed James to do his cool fucking stunt. Yeah, outside of that, a little bit empty. One could argue that a Mako could... a Mako or an M44 could squeeze in. And you could be using them. Okay, James. Stop just for a bit. Just for a moment. Look at this guy.
Hey, Shepard. How'd it go with the council?
Same as usual. Non-committal. Unhelpful?
Yup.
Bet they still wanted you to help them out, no?
Of course.
Yeah. We're gonna rescue a Turian Primarch from Palaven.
Sounds like fun. Never been to the Turian homeworld.
Me likewise. We are on the same wavelengths, James.
Here for a reason.
This guy's just grinding away. My goodness. My goodness.
Just came down to talk.
Great. Not sure what there is to talk about. You already know my service record.
I don't, actually. I didn't have access to personnel records when we met.
Right. Forgot about that. Well... Think you can dance and talk at the same time?
Wait, what? What the hell? You want to beat me up? I'm your commander, goddammit. I wanted to just say that I'm loving like how once again cinematic this game is, right? Characters walking around, doing their shit, this guy doing pull-ups and holding a conversation at the same time. It's lovely. Watch your tone, soldier. I'm game. I want to be sparring with him. I have my hand on like the mouse and like the prompts that may come my way, but I would want to hit him with like the renegade one. But I also think that it might not, you know, lead to a fight if I use this one, so I'm game.
I think I can handle it.
Okay, loco. Let's dance.
Oh shit.
Don't push your luck, Vega. With age comes wisdom. And rank.
Okay.
You sound like my old CO.
Oh yeah? And who was that?
Captain Tony. He was a hard-ass son of a bitch, but a good leader.
There you go. Oh!
What do you mean, was?
Died. With most of my squad. Protecting a civilian colony from a collector attack.
Okay, how are you alive?
And the colony?
It was either them, or the intel we had on the collectors. Intel we could have used to destroy them. I chose the intel.
Sorry. That's a tough call.
That's cool. This is so cool.
The best part was, we didn't really need the intel in the end. Because you were out saving the galaxy by taking down the entire collector homeworld.
Oh, I can see what he's getting at.
You didn't know. You can't blame yourself, Vega.
Who says I'm blaming myself?
Bada bing, bada boom.
I do.
You a shrink too?
Nope. But that stunt back on Mars was reckless. You're lucky to be alive.
Hey, I liked it. Come on,
So?
Shepard.
So, maybe you don't care if you live or die.
Or maybe... I'm just willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to end this goddamn war!
That's also true.
Maybe you are. But if you're half as good as I think you are, we need you alive.
That's fucking right.
Thanks for the pep talk.
Anytime.
Hey, thanks for the dance, loco.
Sure, I can be local. I can be local. I'm liking this guy, man. This is like once again layers to this character, and he's enjoyable and interesting. Just scenes written around his character. What the fuck, man? Stealing my heart, James, at the beginning of the show, while fucking Kaiden is on my ass like, oh, you're brainwashed by the Cerberus. Do I really know who you are? James stocks up. Kaiden stocks, like, I don't know how much fucking complaining I can take. They are going down.
Loco, huh?
I can think of worse things to call you.
Long as you remember who's in charge. You can call me whatever you want.
Oh, I won't forget.
That was fucking awesome. +2 reputation fortification unlocked, available in Medway. Wait! That was it? That was it? That was the end? Ah! As in, that's like... something we can already get for ourselves. Maybe it's no longer about loyalty. Maybe we can get, like, for example, all of their abilities throughout the game, and this was just like an example of that, you know. One conversation, we got on his like good side, and you know, fortification is available. Lovely. It was like a lovely sequence. What can I say? Getting to know more about the character, seeing it being presented in a cinematic way, me actually having to deal, or rather, you know, click away and pay attention to the QTEs. I don't know. I very much like it. Some people hate QTEs. I've realized in like the gaming community, the overall gaming community. At least I've heard voices like that. I never minded them, to be fair. Obviously, if you have no other good ways of saying gameplay or cinemativeness, then obviously over-relying on QTEs is not looked well upon. But, you know, if they are, you know, sprinkled throughout and done well, I do like QTEs.
Hey again. What's up?
Still has his face fucked up.
What's with you and the nicknames?
It's just my way of remembering people. Some people just don't match their names, you know? So, I just give them a new one.
Smart.
So, I'm a loco, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty crazy, but the shit you've done makes me look sane.
I can behind that. That makes perfect sense.
You mentioned a mission you had against the collectors. What happened?
Pretty much what I said. Things went foobar, and I was one of the few to make it out. If you want the rest of the story, you're gonna have to get me really drunk, or...
Or what?
That's about it. Sorry, Commander. Just not interested in talking about that. Next topic?
Okay, we are speedrunning through this.
You had a hard time leaving Earth. You still want to head back?
Hell yeah. But I get it now. It's not where I'd be most useful. Not yet, anyway.
We'll get back there.
I know. And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there, Commander.
Maybe no more shuttle crashes.
No promises now that I've gotten the taste for it. Besides, I like to keep Esteban on his toes.
Hey, I just like him. What the fuck? We have not had this type of a character, this kind of reckless jokester. We do have, you know, Joker, but he's relegated to like the cockpit, and he certainly isn't, you know. He's not reckless. He cannot be reckless. He's fragile. He cannot get into like the action.
You got family back on Earth?
Yeah, an uncle, retired military. Got a few cousins I haven't heard from in a while.
You and your uncle close?
Yep. He was the reason I joined the Marines and was about the only good thing in my life after my mom died.
No dad?
He's there. Somewhere. But I'm not sure I'd call him family. Not anymore. I would like to find out how my uncle's doing, though.
Understandable. Maybe, you know, calling him a jokester isn't like the correct way. He's just playful, you know, at times. At times serious.
I take it you and Lieutenant Cortez know each other.
Yeah, Esteban did a stint on Fel Prime where me and my squad were stationed. I caught up with him on Earth a few months back. He's a good guy. Just don't tell him I said so. It'd go to his head.
Okay, I guess that's it for now.
I'll talk to you later.
You bet.
Lovely, lovely. This is all awesome. What can I say? I'm constantly in love with what Mass Effect 3 is putting down. Yeah, but I guess that's going to be it for today. I am really glad that, you know, we managed to actually get through everything that the Normandy had to offer in this particular episode. It just means that with the very next one, we'll be able to get into the action. Maybe before I finish up the episode, let us go back. First of all, why the fuck is this dock inoperational, and how do I make it so? Or rather, how do I make it operational? Second of all, let me also look at our space map and how it looks in this particular game. This will be probably a good thing to finish on. Considering the journal, yes, some blinking things. I can only assume like the priority column are like the main story missions, while the N7 ones and whatever else is found in here, these are just side quests. Okay. Conquered systems. Clusters already conquered by the Reapers can be accessed using the Normandy stealth drive. Search these clusters for survivals, salvage, and valuable intel. Okay. Oh. Alright. So we ought to go stealthy regarding the Reaper-infested lands, huh? Actually, not that many places open to us from, like, the very get-go, huh? The very last two games presented us with just a lot of things to do on, like, the general map. Here, I believe, we only have the Citadel available, we have this place available, and outside of that, it's... yeah, mostly places where we have something to do at a given moment. That's very interesting. Yeah, in certain just areas, there are no systems to be interacting with. Okay. So if we know how this operates, and being provided with just like the Citadel over here, that's another interesting thing. It's just Citadel this time. For now, no Ilium, no Tuchanka, nothing like that. No other hubs or worlds that we could be running through. No Omega, certainly. Interesting. That's just like a lot of food for thought. But as I was saying, I'm very glad that we managed to get through all of that in today's episode. And in the very next one, you can jump right into the action, right? Will it be just the main story mission? Probably. Probably. Maybe a little bit of that 50-50. I'm always interested how, you know, the side missions look in these BioWare games, because usually they are, you know, I'm holding these games and the studio to a pretty high standard. So maybe we'll be checking out both. Who knows? Well, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, but do it only if you guys feel like it. It's always greatly appreciated, though, when you guys do, because it helps this channel a great deal. And considering the channel, also check it out. There may be some blind playthroughs in there, some other ones that may pique your interest. For the very last time, thank you guys for watching. See you in the very next one, and bye-bye. Stay safe out there, you beautiful people. Bye-bye.